Do you all think women need empowerment? I get a mix of yes and no. Before we answer that, let's look at what is self-empowerment. It's an act of gaining strength and confidence to take charge of one's life and make positive decisions. Women who consciously took control of their lives have made a lot of good choices and decisions, made a mark in their field, and went on to inspire and empower millions. Let's look at three amazing yet different personalities who consciously took control of their life and then made a positive impact on the society. My first inspiration: rejections and failures are the path to success. Yes, the incredible woman, author of Harry Potter book series, lived up to that. She lost her caring mother as a mere teenager, was a single parent to an infant, and jobless. But she held on to her dream of publishing her book. She got rejected, not by one or two, but by 12 publishers. But she still believed that her story is worth sharing with the world. Finally, one small publisher who also believed in her helped publish the first 1,000 copies of her book. And Harry Potter book series went on to create a history by selling millions of copies across the world in multiple languages. Did J.K. Rowling wait for someone to come and empower her? No. She believed in herself, and that belief have helped her to view all the obstacles on the path as stepping stones. Let's not waste our time in waiting for reservations or fighting for equality. Trust me, it's not worth it any longer because we have better things to do in life, right? Let's move on to my second inspiration. In life, where we come from and what we wear should not have an influence on our inner self. Mary Kom, fondly called as Magnificent Mary, proved that right and became a 6-time world champion as a boxer. She struggled in her childhood with no support from her family. She didn't even have proper shoes for the sport. But all the hardships did not stop her from pursuing her dream. In 1998, she won gold medal in Asian Games. That motivated her to continue her career as a professional boxer. Right? Motherhood in 2007, that too for twin boys, did not shake her belief. In 2012, she was the only Indian woman to have been qualified for Olympics under women's flyweight category, and she won a medal too. Right? Again, in 2013, she had her third kid, but she still kept focusing on her dream of boxing. She got the whole suite of the gallantry awards, isn't it? Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, and finally my favorite one, Arjuna Award for her boxing. Mary Kom inspired women through her courage and determination when she broke the stereotyping that married women, especially mothers, cannot become successful athletes. My third inspiration, Dr. Malvika Iyer, the unstoppable. At 13 years of age, when someone is just beginning to dream all the possibilities, all the promises that life holds ahead in front of them, Dr. Malvika Iyer, she lost her arms in a gruesome bomb blast. Her legs were also severely damaged, but not her will. Right? She strongly believed that education was indispensable for a change. She worked tirelessly more than anybody else and went on to obtain a PhD. After gaining several honors and recognitions across the world, finally, she was recognized with the highest civilian honor, Nari Shakti Puraskar, for her outstanding contribution towards women's empowerment by our President of India and Prime Minister of India. So if you observe closely, one thing is pretty common with all these wonderful ladies, right? Irrespective of what life had in store for them, they consciously took control of their life, made a mark in their field, and proved to the entire world that everybody is worth and capable of doing. So now coming back here, why you go far and wide when I'm here, right in front of you, says our next speaker, Ms. Preeti Srinivasan, who have turned all the adversities into opportunities. And she leads by example in improving the quality of the life of people with spinal cord injury through her trust, Soul-Free. Ma'am, hats off to you. Soon we'd love to see you in the Gallantry Award list. As a tiny droplet in the mighty ocean, I would also like to add my story of how I got powered myself to empower others. As a self-made woman in tech, I would like to proudly say that I'm the first graduate and a farmer's daughter hailing from a small town, Satyamangalam, in South India. That didn't help me to take further, right? Society had its own do's and don'ts and constant judgments. I heard from one of my friends once that being an expert in technology will not alone take you anywhere. I need to add more skills. I was good at communication skills, but I looked around to other successful women. I watched, I observed how do they operate. I learned. I worked hard over the last couple of decades to work on my marketing and presentation skills. These are must to build your brand. Technology comes very easily to me as a piece of cake, but the rest took some work. I started blogging. I got myself associated with AWS user group based out of Bengaluru, a cross-learning platform, and pursued various certifications. I broke my personal and professional barrier when I became the only women speaker at the first AWS Community Day in India. To promote more women in tech space, I volunteered to run community days. I got noticed. That paved me the way to get the fully sponsored trip to Las Vegas, AWS reInvent, a global tech conference for cloud technology. This was not out of luck. I had to push beyond my boundaries and barriers to move out of the comfort zone. Today, I stand as the first woman from India to receive the honor AWS Hero from Amazon Cloud. But I hear this question, what is this AWS Hero? Do you work for Amazon? Amazon Web Services? No, I work for Infor. And this AWS Hero is the highest degree of honor recognized by the Amazon Cloud for one's continuous contribution towards whole of the tech ecosystem, be it in terms of blogging or doing tech talks, organizing global tech conferences, and all of it. And I am really elated to be one among the top executive CEOs and CTOs across the world and be recognized as an AWS Hero. This was not an overnight task. And all of this took 17 years of long effort to break the shell around me and to get a global stage for my passion of training and creative writing. So after that, I could easily observe that in every stage of this journey, on every milestone, I believed in myself. That was very important for my growth and success. Society remains the same, but I have changed. That, to me, is self-empowerment. On a personal note, I'm a proud mother of 2 lovely boys who keep me on toes always. And as anybody else, this pandemic also got me an opportunity to spend a lot of time with them. And I could mentor them on creative writing. And guess what? They are budding authors now. Our eldest son, Sarvesh, got to publish his 2 poetry books, Treasure Droplets and 5 C's of Mother India. And the 5 C's of Mother India went on to be featured in Indian Book of Records. So fascinated and inspired by the elder brother, our younger one, Yogesh, also went on to publish his first poetry book, The Magic of Mythology. Thanks a lot to our publisher, 16 Leaves, who was equally aligned in shaping the young minds. And thanks to SSVM also for supporting the children in this journey. So in this time, I also get a lot of invite from corporates and engineering colleges to share my journey. In one such occasion, I got a question from a young mother. Ma'am, I'm finding it too difficult to balance between my work and a 2-year-old girl child. Should I quit? My advice? I said no. Every mother feels guilty to leave back her child with a caretaker and return to work. But if you overcome that now, you will be the best role model as a multitasker, mother, and a mentor to your child in future. She held on to that. She moved on. I would like to say that every woman has a power latent within. If you wait for someone else to come and empower you, that's only a 50% probability. Let's take responsibility to power ourselves and empower millions. There is no special right time for it. The time is now. I would like to end with a message that believe in yourself. If you think that you can do something, if you fix that in your mind, you will be able to do it. And if I, a shy little girl from a small town, can do it, anyone can do it. Thank you.